I'm going to make a hybrid guitar along the lines of the Fender Acoustasonic or the Taylor Acoustic-Electric hybrid, which I'm going to make out of easy, readily available parts. I'd like to make this instead of just buying one, partly because I can't afford one. Secondly, I prefer, for various reasons, a guitar with a very short scale neck, and also I think it'll be a lot of fun to try and repurpose parts to make a whole new guitar. I started off getting this Telecaster Body, which has cost about £20 on eBay. It's very, very light, very soft. Honestly, I'm not sure about the quality of this for a decent build of guitar, but for what's essentially a prototype, I think it'll be okay. It's quite handy, it being soft, as I'm going to route most of the body out anyway. So this is the body we've got. The expensive part, and really difficult to get hold of, is a Fender Mustang or Jaguar neck, which is a 24-inch scale. Longer normal sort of 25.5-inch scale necks seem very readily available. This was not so easy to come by and is easily the most expensive part of the project. This is, again, lovely bit of wood. This has come from Germany. It's black cherry. I've put quite a lot of thought into what I want to use for the top. I've cheated a bit and started the build really without recording this. It's book matched. It's 3.5mm thick. Whether it will be a good tone wood or not, I don't know. Obviously the best idea would probably have been spruce, but this is really, really lovely and it has a gorgeous grain. So I thought I want to make something that ultimately looks nice, really. So black cherry to put on the top to try and create an acoustic top out of. Then just a normal, cheap eBay rosewood-ish bridge and saddle nut, that sort of thing. So that's all the wooden parts. I could have made the neck and body from scratch, but with the times we're living through, I don't really have the tools to do justice to it. And this project is really about making the Acoustic-Electric hybrid, not about making a neck or a body. I've seen a few other people doing these on YouTube, and I'll put links in the description of the video to their builds, and they've made some amazing stuff. And it's really good because I've seen a couple of problems that might come up along the way with very, very basic tools here. Black & Decker Workmate, routing the cavity very, very accurately in the body, routing really, 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 really intricate channels to fit the top into is probably not going to be massively easy, but we'll see how we go. So the electronics are going to be one of the fun parts of this project for me, and I've been thinking quite a bit about this. Again, I've hit eBay quite hard. We've got a lovely shiny P90 pickup. I've not seen people put a P90 onto this sort of guitar build before, but I love the sort of graunchy Les Paul Jr. type sound. I think that would be a really good contrast with the acoustic pickup, so that's why I chose that. About 15-16 quid on eBay, not much. Problem, we have here a Fisherman Transducer, so an under saddle transducer. Very easy to fit to a normal guitar. In the case of this, there are one or two problems. The first problem is, if we look at the thickness of the body we've got, we can't mount it on the side of the guitar. So I don't know if you can see that, if it's focused well. So it's going to have to come to pieces, and it's going to have to be built into the guitar in an alternative way. I want this pickup basically. It's not a modelling pickup as such, but it gives me a lot of control over the tone of the transducer. Again, I dropped a bit of a clanger really getting this one. I would have been a lot better with a 4-band one, which I thought I was getting on eBay, but eBay can be eBay, so that's that. Also, you're seeing probably a problem. We've got active and passive pickups already mixed, so just to throw into the problem here, we also got on eBay, again quite cheaply, these were a couple of pounds each, some piezo ceramic pickups, which I intend to place in strategic positions on the soundboard, so maybe behind the bridge, and I'll get these attached as sort of 2 or 3 of them running together as one extra pickup. So my plan is much like the Fender Acoustasonic, without the sophistication, to have 3 different pickup systems that we can switch between. So that's basically how I've sorted the electronics out so far. So I've got my top jointed together. It's a fairly good join. Sadly, there was a bit of breakout in the grain, and I wanted to keep this. This sort of book matched appearance with the different tones. So, just making sure this broken out bit is not going to appear on the finished guitar. Other than that, it's quite a nice join. So the first thing to do is to get the shape cut out of this roughly, and start routing the body. Made a template of the inner dimension of the hollow I want to make in the body of the guitar. Obviously, I've then taken a drawing from that template and stuck it on here so that I can position it over the top for routing. The template will then hopefully let me route an inner channel in the guitar body. I'll then be able to use a trim cutter on the router to route a slightly closer to the edge channel for the top to sit in. This is the plan anyway, and I'm hoping it works. So this has worked pretty well. The paper template kind of caught fire at the start, which was frightening, but it's cut quite a neat channel, so I'm just going to deepen that and then remove all the waste with just a simple cross jig for the router.